Hey guys, welcome to today's video. A little while back I made a video about how to combine major and minor pentatonic scales with the same root note, and today I want to expand a bit on that idea. Mixolydian, which is the fifth mode of the major scale, has the following scale formula: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7. The best fit for this scale in terms of chords would be a dominant seventh chord. That is because a dominant seventh chord contains a major triad, 1, 3, 5, and a flat seventh as well. And as you can see on the scale formula for Mixolydian, it also contains those chord tones. Now let's look at the formulas for the major and minor pentatonic scales, starting with the major pentatonic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And the minor pentatonic, 1, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7. If you combine those two scales, you get something that is very similar to Mixolydian. 1, 2, flat 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7. So the only note there that isn't part of the Mixolydian scale formula is the flat 3 from minor pentatonic. But that's okay, because there are things you can do to make that flat 3 work when playing over progressions that you would use Mixolydian with. The point I'm making here is that when you combine major and minor pentatonic scales with the same root note, you are essentially creating a Mixolydian sound. So if you've gone through my first course, Bulletproof Guitar Player Part 1, and you've practiced the material on switching between major and minor pentatonic scales with the same root note, what you've essentially been doing all that time is highlighting a Mixolydian sound. Now back to what I was saying earlier about how there are things you can do to make the flat 3 work in Mixolydian. Now, to be honest, a flat 3 over a progression that you would use Mixolydian with doesn't sound terrible. It doesn't sound like excruciatingly bad or anything. But when I hit a flat 3 and I'm thinking Mixolydian, I'm mixing the major and minor pentatonic scales with the same root note, when I hit a flat 3, something just tells me to bend that note up to almost sort of match the pitch of the natural 3, which is found in Mixolydian. And I think that most of us would instinctively do that anyway, regardless of whether or not we knew the theory behind what we were playing. Just something about hitting that flat 3 over a dominant seventh chord, which has a major third in it, obviously. Something about that just tells my mind to go, maybe bend that up a little bit so you're matching the pitch of the major third, which is in Mixolydian. So I'll do things like this. So that's kind of an Eric Clapton-esque sound. And all I'm doing there is I'm hitting a flat 3 and then bending it up so that it doesn't quite match the pitch of the major third, which is here, but it almost gets me there, and it adds quite a cool character to the sound when you bend it up so that it's not pitch perfect, but it's almost there. It's sort of in between. It's like a microtonal bend. When you do this, it's a good way of transitioning between the minor pentatonic and major pentatonic sounds, which are both part of Mixolydian. So I started with a sort of minor pentatonic vibe. But when I went down here, I went, or I would go like that. Minor pentatonic. And then we're back to a major pentatonic sound. then back to a minor pentatonic. So to me, viewing Mixolydian as a combination of major and minor pentatonic scales, even though that's not strictly what it is because of that flat 3, which is not in Mixolydian, visualizing it that way has always been, I don't know, more conducive to me in terms of creating licks that sound musical and modal at the same time. So you're getting the sound of a mode when you do that, when you think of it in terms of major pentatonic and minor pentatonic with the same root note, but there's a more familiar sound to it. It's kind of hard to explain. It doesn't sound like I'm just running, you know, up and down Mixolydian scale patterns, for example. Pentatonic licks are a very familiar sound for almost every guitar player out there. So visualizing Mixolydian as a combination of the two types of pentatonic scale that you have, major and minor, that's always been a more favorable way of playing Mixolydian for me personally. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this lesson on the relationship between the Mixolydian mode and the major and minor pentatonic scales. If you're interested in learning more about this, as well as how to improvise with all of the other modes of the major scale and the harmonic and melodic minor scale too, in combination with pentatonics and the blues scale, then check the link in the description. There should be a 50% off coupon there for my new online guitar course, Bulletproof Guitar Player Part 2. If you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up below, click subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.